something.
Hey, are we live?
Live from YouTube and on Mob Crush.
It's
Joke Zero.
Joke Zero.
Yeah. The return.
We've been off for
Well, I guess not that long.
About 9 days.
Yeah.
10 days.
Yeah, a little longer than usual.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's your week been?
Well, good. Yeah.
All right. How's your week been?
It's been good. It's been busy. It's been a busy
who are
week.
you?
Yeah. Well, you're not one of the hosts.
No, I'm a different person.
Wait. Well, we usually have a guest, right?
Yeah, we have a guest.
So, that must be.
It's me.
So this is Patrick Fisackerly.
Patrick Fisackerly.
That's right.
Yeah, you're a performer at the IO West.
Currently, I am a current, at this very moment, performer and writer at IO West.
Maybe you are there right now, in like a David Lynch sort of way.
Sure. I think there's another reality, another dimension where we're all at IO West right now.
Yeah.
No.
Pardon me.
I'm sure.
I'm gonna. All right, let's get the show on the road. Are you a Twin Peaks person? I've probably asked you that like 12 times.
You know, I'm not a Twin Peaks person. I watched the first season and I liked it, but at a certain point, it sort of reaches the patience of, we're not really going to understand really what this is. And at a certain point, I kind of have to understand what something is to stick with it.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Because this show, you understand it completely.
This I get.
Yeah. Well, what if any viewers don't get it?
Yeah.
Dan, we should say who we are. This is Dan Banis.
I'm Dan Banis.
I'm Matt Manser.
Matt Manser.
And this is Joke Zero. And what is that?
This is a show we stream live comedy in Los Angeles.
We basically
on YouTube and on Mob Crush.
Basically stealing the idea of live from Daryl's house, but in joke form, sort of.
Oh yeah, they do music.
They do music.
We do the music,
but like Daryl Hall doesn't want to go out all the time to perform music, so he stays at home. Yeah. And we're the same way. We're like Daryl Hall.
Yeah, I'm increasingly reclusive in my elderly years. And so, I bring people to my house. I feed them tangerine juice or whatever's in your mug. And then we do jokes, I think it'll be fun. The point is, though, because there always has to be a point for every show. Like, it just keeps people invested. Like in Twin Peaks, there was the murder of Laura Palmer. And
spoiler.
Did it.
Spoiler
for the
pilot.
For the first minute of the pilot.
Yeah.
But for our show, it's the Laura Palmer of our show is the platonic ideal of a joke, the original fundamental joke upon which all jokes have manifested. David Lynch said that his initial plan for Twin Peaks is that the murder of Laura Palmer is never solved, but that kind of leads to other mysteries that get solved along the way. Okay. So it's sort of like that, like the Laura Palmer jokes. I know that, and then he lost interest. And it went down.
So you're saying we will never actually find a Joke Zero?
No, they found it.
Yeah, but should we? Because
probably not. Yeah, because we want to keep getting this.
But we also want the viewers to be invested, so maybe we will find it. You have to watch and find out.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe nothing we said was true. But
like Twin Peaks.
Whoa.
What is true? Yeah,
you're a real big Twin Peaks guy.
I never saw it.
This is a damn fine cup of water.
Hey.
It's Twin Peaks, right?
Yeah.
See?
Too bad we didn't shoot this show last year when people cared.
We're talking about Twin Peaks? Yeah.
It's Donut Day, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Didn't he eat donuts on that show, I guess?
There was once a guy ate a donut on that show.
I know that they're coffee drinking freaks.
Yeah.
Which Weird Al said.
Oh, really?
And
I
can't watch this.
Can't watch this.
Yeah.
Do.
Is that a Twin Peaks song?
It's about
TV.
Yeah.
TV of the early 90s. It's like Can't Stand Twin Peaks. Well, it's like something.
Can't Stand Twin Peaks. Something.
Those donut eating freaks.
Is it donut eating freaks or coffee drinking freaks?
It's one of those. Coffee drinking.
I think it's. Can't stand those coffee drinking freaks. Can't watch this.
Weird Al Yankovic. You're a fan of his?
No. Just
Wait.
kidding.
He
Just
fooled us.
guys,
Yeah.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
I went and saw him in concert 2 nights in a row.
Really?
I
I'm
did.
pretending that I didn't know that.
You were there for one of them.
I know.
Yeah.
I thought we were
Me
gonna
too.
do like a talk show thing where they pretend like
I was with the worst people.
Wait a minute.
we're the worst people.
Yeah.
You were with us.
Oh
Well, enough backstory, you know. Some shows drown in backstory. So we're going to get to the meat of the show, which is telling jokes.
Yeah.
You're a funny joke, right?
Oh, well, that's a lot
My
of
jokes
pressure.
are, I think, really terrible, probably. So why don't you start with a funny one, and then you
Oh,
can do one of
no
Patrick's,
pressure.
and then I'll have a crap one.
I'll start.
Sorry for putting you under the microscope.
Sure, no problem. Well, as I've mentioned many times on the show, whenever we do it, I've always noticed there's always celebrities having birthdays.
Yeah,
And I think this is really weird.
Yeah,
Like, it keeps happening.
it's a sign of the times.
Yeah. I think so. For instance, Alanis Morissette,
Mhm.
I think today Alanis Morissette, today is her 41st birthday. She's going to try to cut her birthday cake with a knife, but will only find 10,000 spoons.
Oof.
Can you imagine?
That's a little unusual, as they say.
Yeah, that's the adjective that comes to mind.
Isn't it unusual, don't you think?
Yes,
A little
it is.
too unusual.
I really do think.
Yeah. Well, she probably has at least, I don't know, her hand in her pocket or something. I don't know.
That was great.
I don't know. Thank you, Patrick.
Mhm.
Okay, well, what do you have? Do you have a joke?
Well, something you guys might not know about me, and your viewers might not know about me, is that I am an aspiring cartoonist. Like,
I didn't know that.
like comic strips, like the newspaper. Like that's really my passion. I can't draw,
That seems.
but I wrote some comic strips.
Okay.
For
Cool.
you guys. So I'm gonna just do one of my comic strips, and just like if anyone wants to draw it, that would be great. That'd really help me out. But this is the first one. So like a woman's talking to her friends like in the living room, and she says, "Why did I get remarried? I needed a new dishwasher." But then we see in the back her husband's washing the dishes. So
It's a take on how lazy you believe women to be.
well, how they trick men.
Oh.
It's tropes. It's comic strip tropes.
I see.
Yeah,
But you aren't you one of those pickup artist guys?
I'm an incel. I'm a pickup artist and an incel. I pick people up and then say no.
Wait. Yeah, I think it's not though. I think
That's
those are what an
yeah,
incel
that's
is,
a-
I think.
Well, I give them a reason to say no.
I see.
But then I respect it and I walk away.
Yeah, cool.
Fair enough.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, you'll have to give a lot of our audience is part of the pickup community.
Oh, sure.
So you might, mix with them. I don't know. Here's a fascinating story.
Mhm.
The Detroit Lions logo ranked second best in the NFL. Meanwhile, Detroit Lions everything else ranked first best shit show in the NFL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds.
I like that we got some sports comedy.
Yeah, exactly.
Too much nerd comedy, right?
I
We need
know.
more sports comedy.
I know.
Aren't the Lions they're like slightly below average?
Yeah,
They have been for years.
They historically,
But a shit
they're
show.
a shit show.
But yeah, they're a shit show.
Half
That's fair.
the teams in the NFL are below average.
I'd like to see some documentation on that.
Half are above average
That
and half
sounds
are below
ridiculous.
average.
No, what about the ones who are average?
Well,
Yeah, boom.
Well, they're mean.
Think about them.
Oh, that's a statistical joke.
You stinker.
That's a free one. That doesn't count.
That's pretty funny.
Oh,
I can't draw
those
that.
Free jokes.
Yeah.
I can't draw that.
You could graph it.
You could, but I can't. I'm not good at it.
No, terrible.
Huh.
Well, speaking of mean, so you have a joke that goes with that segue. You don't. Speaking of mean, Sears announced they are closing 72 stores. The news shocked shoppers who had no idea Sears still had 72 stores.
That is a little
That's
mean.
a lot.
That is a little mean.
Yeah, I didn't. I think I thought they were all out of business.
I know.
Well, you got to buy washing machines somewhere.
Yeah, and
A dishwasher.
Or a dishwasher.
Yeah,
Right.
you can buy a husband at Sears.
Well,
They're old school that way.
do you want to hear another one of my comic strips?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, so we've got a mom entering the kitchen. So she's been like gone for the weekend, say. Maybe dad was with the kids. And she looks down and the floor is covered in rats.
Whoa.
And she says, this is what the caption is under it. Oh, rats.
It's a family circus.
It's hilarious. It's so funny. There are rats on the floor.
Is it from the last?
Oh, rats. What was dirty? You get it. It's fine. It's not for everybody. No rats.
So this is not a comic with recurring characters, or is
well,
it?
it's a family.
Like
it's
a
a husband and a
Far Side.
wife. You know,
Yeah,
like
is it Far Side?
it's a family. It's a husband and a wife.
Okay.
There's the kids.
It's like Family Circus.
Well, there's a husband and a wife, and there's kids. There's no circus.
That's like Family Circus.
No, there's not a circus.
The
There's
circus
a
was
family.
was metaphorical.
It's a family. They live in a home, not a tent.
All right.
But that's a good idea.
Yeah. Well, Trump, the United States POTUS, Donald
Oh,
Trump.
I've got some material about him. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
I know
Good.
all about it.
I love Trump, Chuck.
Mhm.
Says he's considering pardoning former Illinois Governor Rod Blagojevich.
Oh.
Yeah, it seems Trump has a lot in common with Blagojevich. It's like they were separated at barber.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. That's a good one.
That's really good. I'd
Nice.
like to see a drawing of that.
Yeah, well. Oh, shoot. You don't,
Oh.
you don't illustrate.
I don't.
But yeah.
I have the ideas. I just.
You're an idea guy.
Yeah, you know, someone. Not everyone writes and performs.
Mhm.
Some people just write.
Yeah. Some people are hangers on.
Yeah, I guess someone could be. Yeah.
Some people.
Yeah. I'm talking more about Blagojevich.
Blagojevich. He's been a fascinating character throughout my life. Like
Your whole life?
I remember the first time I saw him on the Daily Show, over a decade. I guess it was around in 2008, so like 10 years ago, when he first had the whole Senate seat thing.
Mhm.
You recall?
Mhm.
You're
Yeah.
Politico.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started on
But like,
politics.
I found him fascinating because it's like it felt like nothing he said added up. But I'm like, he's just going to double down. He will never admit that he's been caught in a lie ever. And it was like really fascinating to see. I'd never seen anything like that. And it was like it's kind of like uncovering the deep-seated world of life.
Doubling down on lies. What is this? The White House?
Ooh.
White House down.
Doubling down. What is
Double
this?
down.
KFC? Delicious chicken sandwich?
I ate it.
Yeah, you guys eat those sandwiches? Or
I never had one.
It's just 2 chicken breasts
Yeah.
with bacon in the middle.
Yeah, it doesn't seem that crazy.
Yeah.
I think if you separate those chicken breasts and you get like some pieces of bread, it's pretty good.
It's like they were separated at breast. I don't know.
At
That was
Barber.
Thanks, man. It means a lot.
Oh, well, in other news, this was story of the week probably. Let's just get right into this because we need to. Roseanne Barr. Yes, we're going there.
Oh no.
Roseanne Barr said that she wrote the racist tweet that led to her show's cancellation because she was on Ambien. Also on Ambien, 50% of your relatives on Facebook.
I like that.
There'll also be 50% of your old high school friends on Facebook.
Yeah.
That works too. And also, the percentage might go up depending on where you're from.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from rural Mississippi,
so 98%.
There aren't a lot left. There aren't a lot
friends.
left.
Friends.
Do you unfriend or you unfollow? How do you do?
I feel like I've unfriended and blocked over time, depending on severity of what has been said.
Yeah.
But there aren't a lot of people left
from
high school. They all died.
Oh no!
I know. It could easily be that too.
One or two, I think, are dead. But that's it.
That's odds are.
Yeah.
Everyone from my high school graduation is still alive.
Oh, that's so great.
It's probably not true. But it'd be nice. I don't know.
Yeah. It'd be bizarre if you knew that.
Yeah. I've just kept track of every single. I check in every day.
Yeah.
All right.
With all of them, all 400 people.
Yeah. Well, I thought that was I thought that was a good punchline because it's a tricky one, you know, and I thought it was funny.
That was good.
You made the most of a dark situation.
Oh, it's
you know, a national nightmare.
Well, maybe I can lighten the mood.
Oh, please.
Okay. So, got a woman. She's talking to her friend, like in the living room, and she says, "Why did I get remarried? I needed a new garbage disposal." And then we see the husband in the back. He's taking out the trash.
That would be fun if it was like a second beat of the first one, but then in this one, the husband's like, they have a garbage disposal, and like he has his hand in it, and it's like a bloody mess.
No, it's different. The first one was a dishwasher.
Right.
This one's a garbage disposal.
I think it's the same woman and the same friend from the first one.
Well, it depends on who's drawing it, I guess. But
are up for. These could all be drawn by independent.
Look,
Drew
Struzan
is drawing.
I can't draw. I'm not the drawer guy. I'm not the drawer gal. Could be gal.
Yeah.
I just love comics.
If anyone from like a
obelisk.
What?
It's the name of a comic strip.
Yeah.
It's a French.
I don't have a name for this.
Maybe it's more like like the New Yorker. Like if anyone from the New Yorker is watching, we have
or for in Mini City.
Yeah. Any city that has a publication.
I'll ask Gary Larson if he knows anyone.
Yeah, please.
Shoot, I don't know who he is.
You know who he is.
Yeah, close enough. Well, holy moly. A new study.
Oh, I like studies.
Released. Yeah. Men with high testosterone levels less likely to be religious.
Oh.
Though the ones that are religious, their most common subjects of worship include Jesus, Vishnu, and the Joe Rogan podcast.
Oh.
So much testosterone. Fear factor.
CrossFit.
Oh, news radio.
Barbells. Creatine.
The Man Show reboot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He was on that.
That's right.
Him and Doug Stanhope?
I think so.
What the heck?
Comedy Store. Calling out Carlos
Mencia. Doug loves movies sometimes.
He's on that. He's on Doug. Joe Rogan was on Doug. Well, they both like smoking the thing.
And they both love movies.
Yeah.
UFC. Joe Rogan likes UFC.
Oh.
He's a man of many tastes.
I feel like we should really respect Joe Rogan for the entrepreneur and the man of all seasons that he is.
I tend to agree. I mean, it's funny that he is like he cultivates such an odd image, and I appreciate it. Like because I feel like in many ways he kind of breaks down stereotypes in a lot of ways, you know, because he's he's kind of a meathead, but also, a smart guy, an entrepreneur. Conspiracy theorist, granted, but it's like he's trying to get somewhere. I like him.
If your viewers take nothing else from this, it's that Joe Rogan should be respected and revered and feared
and factored
factored into every aspect of your life,
fears.
Of your fears. Life is fear, is it not?
It's a factor of it.
Oh, rats.
Oh, speaking of rats, the Goo Goo Dolls. That has nothing to do with rats. The Goo Goo Dolls will release a live album in July. It will have all the excitement of seeing the Goo Goo Dolls in person, which means it will have no excitement. Ooh, took it to the Goo Goo Dolls.
It's a little Johnny Raznick.
Oh, yeah, I razzed him. Because it's Resnick. You all know his name is Resnick. I enjoy the A Boy Named Goo album. It's one with a name and naked.
I was dizzying up the girl back in the olden days.
Yeah, that's their follow-up album.
Oh yeah, that's the one I had.
Oh, I do not like Iris.
No?
No.
You don't like the album Iris? Wait, the song.
Song Iris.
From
City of
Angels.
Starring heartthrob Nicholas Cage and Meg Ryan.
And
Andre Brauger.
Dennis Franz?
Oh, really?
Which one's the one that's still alive? Which one's the one that's still alive?
Which one? Who else are you singing that with? Farina?
The Dennis that's still alive?
Franz?
Well, there's Franz and Farina, and one of them's still alive.
Franz is alive. Farina.
That's the one that's in City of Angels.
Yeah, Dennis Farina is dead. He was he recurred on New Girl for a little bit.
Yes.
As,
how do you know it's the
someone's
one
dad.
that's alive that's in City of Angels?
Because I know...
Because he hasn't appeared as an angel?
I believe he actually played an angel, although that is a spoiler. He was an angel.
Say spoiler first.
Oh my god.
He was the...
we have to do all this.
He was the Peter Falk role in the original movie, Wings of Desire, the German film, where Peter Falk played himself.
Wim Wenders?
He played himself.
Yeah, I think so, right?
I think so.
Yeah, Peter Falk plays himself in the original black and white 2.5-hour art movie, Wings of Desire, that was very loosely adapted into City of Angels. This is all true.
No, it's based on a true story in Peter Falk's life. I don't know if that's true. But
I heard that when Peter Falk died, he then came out of the casket and was like, yeah, just one more thing.
he came out of the casket.
So when he was an angel, he came.
Angels aren't like corpses.
He was in a big coffin and there was a little coffin for his eye.
Is that true?
Wow.
That's also true.
Good
I believe it.
Patrick. This is supposed to be like...
These are the things we know about Peter Falk.
Okay.
I mean...
Yeah, you're right.
I remember the executor, or is that the right word? Of the will, when he talked to Peter about it, it's like, you sure you want to put this eyeball in a thing? And Peter said, as you wish.
Oh, there you go. That's another thing Peter Falk said in a film.
What the Falks say, right?
Hey,
I'm up with the kids, right?
Oh, yeah.
You're up with the kids from 5 years ago?
And Peter Falk from...
Long Corky Romano.
Yes.
Yeah. That's another credit.
Nice.
Okay.
Well,
is it all
on you?
Is it all Joey thinks over here?
Sex.
Okay. Picture this. You've got a husband. He's just lounging on the couch.
Oh, a husband this time.
Well, he's a man and he's married to a woman. And he says, this is the caption. Nothing like a nice, relaxing night in. But if you look behind him, his wife's carrying a big basket of dirty laundry and the kids are running around her and she looks like, oh man, she's not relaxing at all.
Well, this is a commentary on modern marriage.
Truth in comedy.
Sex relations.
Truth in comedy.
Yeah. This is a different couple from the first.
It depends on who's drawing it.
Well, it just seems like the the husband in the first couple is like doing housework. It's kind of like the opposite, where the first one it's the wife who's lazy. So I think it's a different couple.
That's an interesting point. Again, I have to just say that if you're drawing it and you make them the same, they're the same. But I can't draw.
Well, I'll get you in touch with the guy who does the Lockhorns. I think.
Oh yeah, you should read the Lockhorns.
Yeah. Speaking of which, doctors welcome the possible holy grail of cancer research. That's right, the cancer research drank from Christ.
Why are you staring at me?
I don't know.
That's how he's selling the joke. So
I'm
what's
trying
going
to
on in this
sell
story?
Christ drank cancer research on the Last Supper.
If it's the holy grail of cancer research, doesn't that mean that it's cancer that will never be cured?
That's a great question.
Because isn't the point of the holy grail that you never find the holy grail?
Yeah, they want to. And they're hoping that they did find it.
So if you do find it, like if you find the real holy grail, what happens?
You live forever, but you can't cross the seal, and according to a movie I watched.
What movie was that?
It was called, I don't know,
City of Angels.
City of Angels. It's called Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Which is weirdly, I had no idea about the connection of the title with the Grail. So I was like, why isn't it Indiana Jones and the Search for a Cup or whatever? And then
that's a better title.
I know. And
but it sounds like he's like playing soccer or something, though.
Yeah.
But it's about the Crusades.
Right, the Last Crusade.
Yes.
When I thought they were just saying, like, this is the last movie in the trilogy.
Which it
Crusade.
wasn't, as it turns out.
Right.
It's going to be another one.
I come to understand that. Yeah. You're excited.
I mean, he's going to hurt himself.
I know.
Oh, Shia LaBeouf?
Yeah, Shia LaBeouf's going to hurt himself.
I mean, he's hurt himself many times.
I'm just worried about him.
It's understandable.
He's playing his dad in a movie.
I heard that. It's strange. Movies are so weird now. They're trying to...
Don't get me started on movies.
All right, we don't want to talk about...
Have you seen these movies?
This isn't a
movie
movie
have
show.
you seen these movies?
I mean, we're avenging, we're not avenging. Who can keep track anymore?
There's a train, and it's coming right at you.
Is it real? Is it a real train?
I don't know.
It's hard to know.
Who are these people?
I saw this film. Get this.
Get out.
But
It was a
film.
man and a woman, a different couple. They were kissing on film. They kissed, and that was the movie. Vulgar, maybe.
Whoa.
You decide.
You don't want to see that.
I saw a movie.
private.
It was two cats dressed up in boxing gear, and they're boxing each other.
Cats don't box.
They don't appear to be hurting each other.
That sounds like something someone drew. Did someone draw that?
No, this was live action, black and white though, whatever that is.
The colors of the cats.
No, me? I don't know. I can't answer that.
Well, I saw a film, a fine film,
Tell us about it.
a patriotic film by one D.W. Griffith.
That sounds good so far.
Yeah.
What's
I
it
think you
called?
could say nothing more about it.
I'll say nothing more about
Well, I'm going to check it out. D.W. Griffith, you say?
it. I think that's what it's called.
Sounds like a good guy.
Yeah. A guy named D.W. couldn't be bad, right?
No, it would have to stand for darn wonderful.
Yeah. Darn wonderful Griffith. Do you have any jokes?
Yeah, I've got a few. Which one should I do though?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, surprise us.
All right. Well, Netflix. Remember Netflix?
Oh, do I remember?
Netflix has picked up a new animated series from The Simpsons creator Matt Groening. And in 10 years, Netflix will pick up an identical animated series from Seth MacFarlane.
Ooh,
Zing!
that reminds me of the time I heard that joke.
And then Mr. T
And
something,
Gary
something.
Coleman were there. I'll pay the fool who tells that joke. What you talking about, Mr. T?
Is that a real, or is that from the South Park,
That
or is it
is-
just from your
That's just my pitch.
Ripped from the imagination.
Again, I can't do the drawing. I just do the joke writing.
Mm-hmm.
The Simpsons and the Family Guy, the writers don't draw.
Well, Matt Groening is an animator. You know, I mean, he's at least
He's
a drawer
He's
of comics.
Yeah, you could talk to him.
Well,
I think he drew every episode.
I guess he's a double threat.
Right.
But not everyone has to be.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, why don't you just turn these into jokes?
I'm more of a comic enthusiast than a joke enthusiast.
Huh.
Does that make sense?
It does. Well,
so a wife's talking to her friends.
Yeah.
Friends, multiple friends this time.
Well, it's depends on what you're drawing.
Mm-hmm.
But a wife's talking to her friend, and she says,
"Depends on how much ink you have." Go on.
Don't interrupt me.
I'm sorry.
She's talking to her friend and says, "Why did I get remarried? I needed a new water heater." And we see the husband in the kitchen boiling water. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
It reminds me of another joke I heard once.
Well,
where Loretta Lockhorn was dressed in a fancy dress, and Leroy didn't give her a compliment.
I'm not familiar with these comics. I more just want to be a comic person.
Mm-hmm. You want to be a comic character? Like Andy
Maybe.
Cat?
I mean, if someone drew me, that would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
But
Or the Horrible.
Yeah.
I'm not
You could do him for a thing. Well, good news. The Pope vows never again to clergy sex abuse cover up. Once more, never again, reiterated the Pope after finishing his speech and turning around to see a bunch of priests molesting boys.
Oh, no.
It immediately happened again.
Yeah.
Spotlight.
I was about to say you should be out of the spotlight for that one.
Ooh.
I know. That was not an appropriate joke for this podcast.
You say not inappropriate?
It was not an appropriate joke for this podcast.
Yeah, it was appropriate.
It was not an inappropriate joke.
Not inappropriate?
It was not inappropriate.
I understand.
Yeah.
Not
What about
inappropriate.
you? Do you have
Nice.
jokes?
Yeah. Should I do one about... Yes, I should. The Jimmy Buffett musical, Escape to Margaritaville, will close on Broadway on July 1st. When it comes to why the show is closing, some people say there's a woman to blame, but Buffett knows it's his own damn fault.
Well, that's admirable. A rare feature in folk rock legends these days.
Well, as someone who likes music for daddies, I enjoyed that joke a lot.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
You like music for daddies.
I love music for daddies.
I bet an album, Music for Daddies, would sell.
Look,
I'm not sure who it would sell to, but I bet it
What's the target audience?
if someone wants to record the songs and draw the album art, I will support that. I can't do those things, but I did come up with Music for Daddies.
Mm-hmm.
So,
where does Cats and Magnolia fit in? Because it's like for dad, it's not the best father-child relationship.
it's Music for Daddies about fatherhood.
Mm-hmm.
So that would fit in,
Which is correlated.
But Music for Daddies,
it doesn't have to be about
music
fatherhood.
about daddies.
Yeah,
It's music for daddies.
yeah.
Not music for daddies.
You're not a daddy, though.
Well, I'm sort of a daddy. I'm sort of a daddy in that I love daddy music. So I guess I'm a daddy.
Creedence Clearwater.
Sure, that's a music for daddy.
Mm-hmm.
I love daddy music. It's a daddy summer. I'm having a hashtag daddy summer.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's great news. You know what else is great news? I spoke to your significant other, and
What did Kelsey say?
she's loves you very much.
Oh, that's good. I don't see how that's related to how I'm a daddy. Okay.
Oh, he's a daddy.
It's out on this show.
It's
What?
official.
It's official.
All right.
You got a comic for us?
I've got a great comic strip for you guys. Okay. So I've given you some really good marriage stuff to like husband, wife.
Yeah. Domestic squabbles.
Now there's some stuff about the kids. For the kids, about the kids.
Oh.
Okay, so we're in the backyard. The little boy, he's put a football helmet on his dog's head. All right, isn't that funny? And the parents are looking on, and they're like, what's this all about? And the kid looks up at mommy and daddy and says, I think I'll call him Wolf Blitzer.
What the hell is going on in that joke?
He's playing football, and he's a dog. Come on.
So like a blitz is something that happens in football, but
A wolf?
Woof.
woof.
Wolf. No, I know.
But like the
Blitzer.
wolf, that sounds like that reminds me personally of a
It needs-
journalist, Wolf
It
Blitzer.
adds another element to it.
And but there's nothing
It's-
journalism things happening in this.
Yeah, it adds one element to that.
Guys, I'm sorry. I really, it's not coming through because I can't draw. But you really have to think about the dog. It's a dog, and he's wearing a football helmet for people.
Oh, I missed that part.
So it's like, what is this?
Well, good news, everybody. No, I'm sorry. Bad news, everybody. A teen diagnosed with deadly illness from working out too hard. The illness is called rhabdoid-cell-anemia. I don't know.
I'd
Yeah.
like to draw that. I can't. But I'd like to.
The very specific name.
Cell-anemia is a funny sounding thing.
It sounds like you're selling anemia.
Cell-anemia.
I'll
I
take
see what
two.
you mean.
I won't have what she's having.
She's having cell-anemia.
Is she having salad anemia?
Yeah.
Is that the first I'll have what she's having reference on this show ever?
I find that hard to believe.
I was with me on this show.
I
if I had
you
to
were with
believe.
you on this show.
Yeah, but I also don't remember ever saying it, and I
Yeah.
say it all the time.
You say it very frequently.
I get a lot of mileage out of using that.
Well,
line.
it's very funny because it looks like she's really enjoying her meal.
Mhm.
And the woman wants to also enjoy her meal.
No,
Oh.
Patrick, it's not what's happening in that.
You know what? Just let it go.
Should let
He's
it go.
a new
He's like,
father.
ooh, it's good.
He's a
It's
new-
good. I like it.
Yeah.
Tastes good. And Rob Reiner's mom is like, she says it tastes good. I want some.
It's not.
Goodness. That is weird. His mom, huh? Right?
Yeah, Rob Reiner's mom is there. And he says, hey, Rob Reiner's mom, why don't you say this line about how good the food is?
It is a little odd, though, right? That he.
Oh, it's a nice restaurant.
It is. It's a great restaurant.
Cat's Deli. What else is going on?
Meow.
In the news?
Yeah. This isn't really. Oh, this might be something. Jeff Goldblum, remember him? Jeff Goldblum, who also performs in a jazz band, has now signed a record deal with Decca Records. To make sure he understood the terms of the deal, the contract contains several instances of the words and ah.
Probably took forever to read that contract.
He read it out loud, probably.
It sounds like jazz is as easy as Earth Girls.
Oh, that movie.
Yeah.
Saw that, I think. I don't remember if it was good or bad.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you one thing. This podcast is starting to fly by. Maybe we should do another joke.
All right. Here's some more kid stuff. Mom is at a farm with a little boy. And the little boy says, oh, wait, I'm sorry. The mom, this is sort of a longer one. This could be like for the Sunday funnies.
Oh, this is like multi-panel.
Yeah, multi-panel.
Multiple panel.
So this one's in color. It's
Mhm.
really nice. If you're drawing this, it's in color. Mom's at a farm with her kid, and she's pointing, and she goes, and that horse over there is a mare. And the kid says, well, we better leave before it gets dark. And Mom says, why? And the kid says,
Jesus.
because I hate
I
nightmares.
knew that was the new thing.
I hate nightmares.
Yeah.
It's funny because children have a different understanding of the world than adults do. And I think that that's a good thing to showcase through your art. that I can't draw, but someone else could, and it would be really nice if someone did that. I hate nightmares.
I want to know what the mom said in response.
Well,
tough shit.
Is there a two-parter, or should I?
you know, it's sort of like the David Lynch of jokes. I don't answer all the questions.
Oh.
Yeah. And when you do, they just lead to more questions. Speaking of which, a new study casts doubt on healthy obesity for women. The new study casts doubt on healthy obesity for women. However, the study is in direct contradiction to another study done by researchers at the University of Haagen-Dazs, who believe there is such a thing.
Well, speaking of doubt, that joke you told earlier.
Oh, about molesting. Good God, Patrick. How dare you bring that up again? Shameful of you.
Well, I was thinking about it.
Well, also going on, other things. Clint Eastwood, he recently celebrated his 88th birthday.
Gee whiz.
He thought his birthday party would be attended by hundreds of people, but it actually turned out to be a bunch of empty chairs. Remember when he did that like 10 years ago? Or when,
wow,
6 years ago.
It seems
6
like
years ago.
100 Barack Obamas.
Yeah.
Who was sitting in that chair.
Yeah. A bunch of Barack Obama showed up to his party.
Hey, who better to come to a birthday party than
100.
100 Barack Obamas?
Yeah.
Draw that.
I'd say 101 Barack Obamas would be better.
Well, now we're talking children's film.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Oh,
That's your Obama?
Happy birthday.
that was great.
Thank God. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, and many happy returns. Many happy returns. Happy birthday, Patrick Fisackerly.
It's almost,
You're not.
it's a little Jimmy Stewart somehow. Oh, happy birthday.
This is Harvey. This is my buddy. Happy birthday, Harvey.
I'm not Jimmy Stewart.
Oh, see what's it's Elvis. That's who it is. It's Elvis. It's like one for the money, two for the show.
Where are you ready? Go Keiko.
And go.
Go. Keiko?
Mm-hmm. Is it my turn?
Sure. Go ahead.
All right.
Yeah.
You talk me into it. So we're at a doctor's office. You know how kids are always getting sick.
Oh,
And
little germ factories, I call them.
don't get me started. So the kid's sitting on the checkup table, and the doctor says, "Right now, you're the sick face emoji. We're going to make you a smiley face emoji." And this is a little blue, so forgive me. And the kid says, "Good, because right now I feel like the poop emoji."
Ooh.
What are you, ever Disney Adventures, Highlights Magazine?
I'm telling you, I think that the best thing about Sunday Funnies and all the funnies is that they're for the family. They're for everyone. They're about the family. They're all ages. Now this one's a little
I know
that one might not make it past the
contradicting
censors, but I like that it's for everyone to enjoy and understand.
I think that's beautiful.
Especially like my favorite Mark Trail.
Samuel Clemens, I call him.
Yep.
Well, a massive clue on pregnancy and the development of schizophrenia was discovered.
Ooh.
Big week in the science world. Turns out women who are pregnant are 100% more likely to give birth to someone with schizophrenia than those who are not pregnant.
Ooh.
That's just math.
Yeah, wait a minute. That wasn't a joke. It was just mathematics.
Wait. What's the math on that again?
Women who are pregnant are 100% more likely to give birth to someone with schizophrenia.
No, this math is wrong. Wrong math. It's 100% more likely. It's 100% more than 0 is 0.
No.
It's not multiplication. It's more likely.
I don't
like.
No.
I'm more likely to.
Right, 100% more is double.
100% more likely.
That's true. More likely.
But that's what that means.
The likely.
The likely doesn't change.
Yeah.
I'm 100% more likely.
The likely in this is 0. So 100% more likely is 0.
I'm 100% more likely to become a famous cartoonist if someone else will draw these.
Mm-hmm. Well, how can we tell this joke in a way that is coherent? Because I do agree from the get-go. I was like, I wonder if this will pass muster.
No, I like it. I see that math happen a lot. I always no.
Yeah.
But that's like, no, everyone knows what it means, and no one really cares. So I'm just being a jerk, really. Yeah. Ultimately. You know me.
If anyone's a jerk, it's Matt Manser.
I'm well known for being a
jerk.
Yeah.
To be
Jerky boys.
To be truthful, it bugs me when
you did that kick the dog sketch everyone on the door so much, huh?
Oh, I was just saying lesser and fewer is mine. That's the one that bugs old Patty.
Who's old Patty?
I'm old Patty.
An Irishman that lives
old Patty. Yeah. Old Patty the daddy.
Well,
look, not all jokes can be logical, consistent,
or good.
Yeah.
Well, also in the news, Blink-182 has canceled upcoming concerts due to, quote, unforeseen circumstances. As it turned out, Blink was unable to foresee that it is no longer 2001.
Ooh. And that's canceled.
Yeah, they didn't realize. They thought it was 2001 still.
Understandable.
What's the year again?
2018.
Oh, thanks.
But they didn't realize
ask.
They didn't.
You thought it was 2001.
That's right.
And so they're like, oh, damn it.
What is this, a space odyssey?
Yeah.
Oh.
Give me
after
a break.
it's, I'm sorry, I'm not going to bring up the thing.
Yeah, don't even.
That I can't draw?
No.
Yeah, don't draw it.
Yeah.
Please don't draw.
All right.
All right. WRITE.
All right.
All right, and I'll write.
All right.
Okay. So we're at the families at the dinner table. Mom, dad, brother, sister. And
classic family.
And they're all on their phones.
Oh, classic in a bad way family.
And then we see a text message bubble that says, please pass the potatoes.
Ooh, that's like
that is a message.
That is satire.
Sometimes comic strips have a message.
I think that's funny.
Thank you.
Yeah, and it really kind of takes a mirror up to our lives, you know.
I think what my job is to write about holding a mirror up to society. And then someone else can draw
a mirror.
But backwards.
Oh, yeah.
Someone could manufacture a mirror. Maybe you should go to the mirror biz.
Yeah.
With all the shallowness of our modern culture, I bet it's a booming business. Vanity and such.
I'm loving it.
Oh my gosh, hepatitis A is usually not a problem to recover from. But in Michigan, 27 people died since this outbreak began. But you gotta love those Coney dogs. That's my take on Michigan.
Wait, what? I missed what the disease it was.
I heard hepatitis AIDS.
I heard AIDS also, so it's like AIDS.
Jeez, guys!
Listen,
this show shouldn't have everything horrible in it every episode.
You ran by the setup.
I know.
Look, this is what my dad thinks.
Almost like you didn't think
it would work.
Yeah. But yeah, good Coney dog. Shout out to everyone in Michigan. Mm-hmm. Go get yourself a Coney dog and a Faygo.
Yeah, and if you're in Chicago, don't put ketchup on it.
He'll be murdered.
Yeah. I mean, never mind.
And hey, if you're in New York, don't eat your pizza with a knife and fork, okay?
Oh, yeah, fold it, right?
Fold it.
Brooklyn
You're a New Yorker, baby. Hold it.
Yeah, I'm eating pizza here. Forget about it.
Oh,
Yankees.
Michelangelo.
Original famous Rays or something.
Howlin' Rays.
Who? Colin Ray?
Colin Hay.
From Men at Work?
Yeah.
Colin Hanks?
Colin Hanks.
Colin
Who does
Hanks.
work hard.
Yeah. Well, what else is going
You know
on?
who's Colin Hanks? Spielberg all the time.
Is he? Well,
All the time.
oh man.
I got another project for you. That's what he says.
It's like Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson are like, what do we call our new son? And then he like picks up Variety and he's like, I got it. Like for some reason they're under a deadline to name their son.
Yeah.
I once ate pizza with Colin Hanks. That's true.
Oh.
That was a big group. Let's bring it all together.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can just say it was two.
Yeah.
We were on a date.
Nice.
Cute. Don't tell Kelsey.
I already tweeted it.
Shoot.
Oh no.
Oh, yes. Well, also in the news, emails have shown that the Environmental Protection Agency spent over $1,500 on a set of 12 fountain pens. It was the EPA who did that. Even worse, all the ink was from the blood of giant pandas.
Good God.
They shouldn't. It's almost like they're working against
the environment.
Yeah.
The environment needs panda blood.
And they're just robbing that
They're just
blood
robbing
from
it.
the environment.
Trump.
Thank you.
About time
Finally,
someone said it.
has the guts.
To say.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
guys.
Kathy Griffin over here. Oh my God.
Oh, draw that.
No, don't.
Oh.
You'll get in trouble.
Kathy D.W. Griffin.
Oh my God.
Done
Don't bring
wonderful.
that. Big it up. Huh?
You guys want to hear another comic strip?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay, we got a kid in a principal's office. Uh-oh.
Ooh, in trouble.
Uh-oh. And he's got a big old box of donuts, and he's holding them, and he's holding one, he's eating it. And the principal is looking at him like, no. And the caption says, it's from the kid. The kid's talking. The kid says, I had to take them from the teacher's lounge because Billy has a nut allergy.
I don't understand this one. I will say
They're
that.
donuts.
So they're
Nut
the nuts made out of.
Guys, you have to picture it because
Some donuts
pretend
have-
someone drew it.
Well, some donuts have
No,
little
because
peanuts in
they're
them.
they're donuts.
I know.
So they're nuts made out of dough. Is that the child's logic?
Okay, I understand how it's difficult because
We don't have a
if
child.
you don't actually know it because you can't actually see it.
Yeah.
I also don't know who Billy is.
Guys, I can't.
I feel like this is our first breakdown on our show.
I can't draw. So
It's all right.
I feel like I can picture the drawing. I just don't understand. So the nuts. So if nuts are made of dough, they're not real nuts.
No.
Is that, okay. And Billy is one of those
It's like
friend
snowman.
of a child of this
It's
child.
like a Christmas cookie snowman, but they put
allergies.
made them in the shape of nuts.
Allergies are everywhere. Okay.
Increasingly.
Allergies are everywhere. And so this is a child that has grown up terrified of allergies. Let's go to the next joke.
What's the next joke?
Well, funny you should ask. The White House says Democrats' ad comparing Trump to bin Laden is reprehensible. Quote, reprehensible. For one thing, explained White House spokesperson, bin Laden has extensive military experience.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
very dissimilar
That was a much better joke than mine.
to our president. Huh? What's your joke?
Another one he just.
Oh, the one you just did. I thought you might have come up with one about bin Laden just now. Good, because it's not a funny guy. You know?
Bin Laden
Yeah.
or Trump?
Trump is
Both.
not
Don't get me
super funny.
started on Trump.
Okay, we won't.
Oh, well, speaking of Trump,
Oh my God.
right? Donald Trump said he regrets picking Jeff Sessions as Attorney General. Trump said that he now wishes he had gone with someone even more racist. So he's having just second thoughts, like, he was really racist, but I could have done better.
You guys are knocking it out of the park.
Thanks.
You don't need drawings for these.
That's true.
Okay.
Well,
Moving forward. So you know who else reads the paper? It's some older folks.
yeah.
You know, like like grandma and grandpa, great grandma and great grandpa. You know, they love
Great aunts.
They like to laugh.
Yeah.
So here's one about those guys. For those guys. So we have an old couple on a porch, and they're looking at the birds, and they're listening to the birds, and the one says to the other, "Now these are tweets."
Ah.
I think that could work.
I think you redeemed yourself.
That could sell.
Yeah. I think that's a winner.
The kid stays in the panel.
Nice.
I knew I had it all along.
Well, heck, there's even more evidence that 2 forms of exercise are the best way to keep your brain young. What are the 2 forms of exercise? Well, daily calisthenics, for one, and walking to a cryogenic freezing chamber and proceeding to cryogenically freeze your brain.
Yeah, I can see that
Like
working.
A chuckle, you know?
Yeah. Should we do one more?
One more joke per person.
I'm getting to some scraps.
Well, one more joke, one more idea of a comic.
Let's see, where was another birthday. Octavia Spencer recently celebrated her 46th birthday. Her birthday wish is to be in a movie that's set sometime after the 1960s. She does a lot of period pieces.
Yeah.
But costumes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is true, because I've read interviews with her where she's like, "Hey, I can play someone who exists in the present day.
Yeah.
I don't have to be in the past."
Well,
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
This is this okay. So this is my last one.
Great.
This is a high and Lois.
Oh,
this is a spec.
It's a spec.
Oh, okay.
I just thought, who better than High and Lois?
Yeah.
To bring this character to life.
Mm-hmm.
So Lois, she's in the living room talking to her friend. She says, "Why did I marry High? I needed a new dishwasher." And then we see High's in the back washing the dishes.
Feel like and that's the same as
They say repetition is one of the key fundamentals of comedy.
No, this is High and Lois.
I think wrong.
High and Lois, guys. Have you seen this strip?
Yes, I'm familiar with that.
So picture High and Lois.
Oh, okay.
This should be the easiest one to get because you already know what High and Lois look like.
Yeah.
So like High and Lois.
Putting him in my mind's eye.
He's high.
He's super high.
And
right? That's
super Lois.
Guys, this is for families. This is
families that get high. Why are you shaming?
I didn't come on this
legal.
program. I didn't come on this program thinking it was going to be this kind of a show.
Yeah, we're like a crossfire punditry.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, Mom.
We're all sorry, Mrs. Fisackerly. The flu season is about to be the deadliest on record for children. Because this flu season, an evil clown plans to prowl the sewers.
Yeah.
I get it.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Oh.
It.
Chapter 2. Okay.
Yeah. Well, am I doing one more? Or are we?
Oh yeah, that's the last shoot. You need to do one more because we can't end on a terrible note.
No, that was fine.
My joke stunk.
Well, do I have a good one? That's the question.
I have one if we want to.
Yeah, let's end on a comic.
All right. So this is a political cartoon.
Oh boy.
And so what we're gonna see is a newscaster, and on his chest is written newscaster.
Yeah.
And on the little picture above him,
Strange.
it's a picture of Tony the Tiger,
Yeah.
but he has Donald Trump's hair. And the caption says, "Flake news."
Ah. Phone drop.
Yeah. It has to be something there about it being great, though, too, right? Make America great again.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Patrick.
Patrick is leaving.
It was nice of you to come. I locked the door.
You're locked in.
Oh shoot! Patricks can open doors now, like raptors.
Yeah.
Raptor
Clever boy.
Fisackerly. Yeah.
We don't know if Patrick's coming. No way.
Blam.
Oh.
Well,
I forgot my phone.
All right. Well, that was weird.
yeah. I regret having Patrick on the show. I thought he'd be a better guest. So I'm sorry for inviting him.
No.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's funny.
thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's got a little emotional at the end.
Yeah,
A little, intimidated by your
our
prowess.
Comedians.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, should we pick a joke 0?
Yeah.
And a comic 0?
Yeah.
Well, I think mine will have to be, there's even more evidence that 2 forms of exercise are the best way to keep your brain young. What are the 2 forms of exercise? Daily calisthenics and walking to a cryogenics freezing chamber and proceeding to cryogenically freeze your brain.
Yeah, that one was good.
If only Patrick were here, he would laugh at that joke.
If only.
Yeah. What about you? What's your joke 0?
Mine, oh boy, which one? Alanis Morissette?
Mm-hmm.
The same joke I write every year on her birthday?
Well, it's an evergreen.
It's an evergreen once a year. Alanis Morissette celebrated her 44th birthday. She wanted to cut her birthday cake with a knife, but was only able to find 10,000 spoons.
Mm-hmm. Unorthodox, you know?
Yeah, isn't it unorthodox? It's like rain on your birthday cake.
Yeah, exactly. Who could that be?
Oh,
Is it who I think it is?
it's
Lawrence Fishburne with a cowboy hat.
Cowboy
Bebop.
So I'm supposed to say my favorite of mine?
Yes.
Yes.
The one you think is the most
Well,
relevant.
I just think it's so funny. Think about, I was just like, why did I get remarried? I needed a new dishwasher. And then we see the husband washing dishes.
That High and Lois?
No, this is the first one.
I would have liked it more if it was High and Lois doing this. Because I
Well,
know
you're not drawing it either, are you, Dan?
Or the better half? You know that one?
Yeah.
It's another good one.
The Lockhorns, the better half.
The High and Lois.
For better or
Drabble.
for worse.
What happened to Drabble?
The Sudoku boxes.
The find the difference between the 2 pictures.
Yeah. Well, have you guys found the difference at home? Write into Joke 0 with your differences that you found. I'm Dan.
Done for being here.
In spirit.
Have a great night, everybody. Happy weekend.
I did 20 of them. So we skipped. I had a Garfield. I had a Kathy. I won't say the whole thing, but the 2 old people jokes. Now this is a Facebook, and now this is Tinder. Were punchlines for two other ones.
Nice.
Yep.